My name is Vincent Milioti. I am the Director of the Response Security Group for World Vision International. We have over 44,000 employees. We're in over 100 countries across the globe. My job and what my team does is we create safe and secure environments for which World Vision can then respond to both natural disasters, complex emergencies. So that is our specialty. I was military for 23 years, 15 of that in special operations, with a lot of foreign internal defense, working with various governments, things of that nature. I was a security specialist, an anti-terrorism specialist in the military. After retiring from military service, I actually still continued to work with the DoD and DOS. I was director of training at the Air Force Special Operations Training Center for the Air Force's Foreign Internal Defense and Unconventional Warfare Forces. It was while I was at that post, or at that job, that I started wanting to get into the humanitarian space. And that is because of what I used to see in the field as a military practitioner. During the Sri Lankan Civil War, I was an advisor to the SLAF. And part of my role at that time was to try to make sure that the SLAF was complying with Geneva Convention prisoner of war guidelines. And you also had a huge child soldier issue that was taking place. Now, when I first got to Sri Lanka, I did not know that. You get all the intelligence briefings and you get told what's going on when you walk into a situation like that. But the actual magnitude of that was not clearly in my mind until I was there. And then you see these children that are being put into a combative situation, that are being forced into being human shields, basically. You hear a lot about child soldiers. It's one thing to actually see it up front, to be at that moment when let's say, a fight is over and now you have child soldiers that have been captured. How do they get treated? They get treated, and we're talking about an environment where quarter was not given on either side. So now you're witnessing this and you go, you want to get involved. I wanted to be a part of trying to help that situation. How do we take this 12-year-old child who has been brainwashed into thinking that they have to do this, and now they're now taken out of that environment? That child doesn't just go back to school. So how is that done? I was fascinated by that and I wanted to help. So that was kind of the starting process of said, I want to do something like that. The organization I work for right now, World Vision International, is very much focused on women and children and protection of women and children. The man today, 6 years in, is a different man that first started. But what I knew immediately going in is I understood the civil-military relationship. I understood safety and security. I understood conflict and conflict drivers. I understood what a battle was and what happens in battle to civilians and to non-combatants and combatants. I knew I could help the humanitarians. I knew that while I did not understand at that time, first going in, I didn't understand what health programming was in a disaster setting or in a complex emergency setting. I didn't understand what psychosocial aid looked like. I didn't understand at that time what WASH, which is water and sanitation and health. I didn't understand the mechanics of it, but what I did understand was I could help the humanitarians get access. I could help keep them safe. I could help them do their jobs. And that's how I approached it.